Finding true love in the Philippines is like finding a needle in a haystack. It does not exist. It is very rare, especially if you're older and she's younger, especially if you're looking for a Filipina with no children or baggage or previously been married or anyone what we consider would be normal. If you want to find true love in the Philippines, you have to pay for it. Here is this man's story. He says, "Today is my 5th day in Davao. I've been in the Philippines for 6 to 7 months so far. Here's a little bit of background about me, just to give some perspective on my success rate. I'm in my late 30s, over 6 feet tall, white, and have formerly modeled, and that's just to say I'm probably not that horrible on the eyes. The girls all guess that I'm in my early 20s and are shocked if I tell them I'm my real age. My goal is to find a real partner that I am genuinely attracted to and excited about. This is a top priority for me. I am working every avenue that I know like it was my full-time job, as I'm not here to waste any time. I don't drink or do the bar or P4P scene. I came to Davao because I had an impression that would be somewhat easier environment for dating, as I've heard there aren't as many foreigners here and there isn't much nightlife, P4P scene, to ruin the normal girls as Manila, Cebu. Also, there's a Davao girl from one of the apps that has been blowing up my phone for several weeks now who seem perfect in every way for what I'm looking for, from looks to personality, etc. So I was looking forward to meeting her and see what happens. Online dating. Same horrible BS as everywhere else. Not getting many attractive matches that I like. The few cute ones that are matching are playing the runaround game and not taking any action to actually meet up. I got 4 dates from the apps so far. Number 1, 24-year-old, 7 out of 10, petite and hot, dressed up classy. Insurance agent, seemed interested, had coffee and came back to my hotel but wouldn't do anything at all physically. Said I'd have to travel 3 hours to meet her parents before any of that happens. No kissing, hugging, nothing. I told her I'm down to meet the parents this week. We'll see. Number 2, 28-year-old, 5 out of 10. Tall, thin teacher, nice, intelligent, easy-flowing conversation over coffee. Wasn't really attracted to her like that other one though, and she wants kids. I don't know. So we already crossed the relationship idea out right away. Nonetheless, she was happy to come back to my hotel. Within a few minutes, we had incredible sex, the only hookup I've been able to get here in Davao so far, but she was a good girl all around. Date number 3, 9 out of 10. This one was chasing me for 3 weeks, video calls 3 times a day, never leaves me alone, asking what I ate every meal, talking about all the places we'll travel, living together, and things she'll cook for me, said she deleted the dating app for me, promised me the world when I arrive. I thought, damn, wow, I finally found her. Well, I walk up to meet her at People's Park. She barely looks me in the eyes, doesn't even smile. But her looks, wow, dream girl, and I don't say that easily by any means. So I reach out my hand, and she says, let's head to the cafe. It's great there. Nope, she wouldn't take my hand. I only hold hands if we're in a relationship, and some Russian guy tried to do that with me before too, she said. She keeps mentioning her friends from all around the world. We go to the cafe. It's about 4 blocks from the park. The whole time she keeps complaining. How much further? It's too hot. Asked her what she wanted to drink. Nothing, she says. Made her choose something. It sits there. She doesn't drink it. Really confused at this point, I ask her, so what are your goals? She perks up and says, I really want to have children and I know you don't. I'm thinking, what the fuck? As this was already thoroughly discussed for the next hour of awkward silence, I asked her 10 times. We already went through this many times on the phone, and you said you were okay with me not wanting kids, so why did you have me travel all the way to Davao? You already knew that. She beats around the bush endlessly. I know you are so mad and disappointed, she says. She proceeds to ramble on forever about her German ex, who she lived with her in Davao for 6 months. He was physically abusive, always talking to other women and lying about where he was going. For some reason, she said they tried to have baby but they couldn't get pregnant. I asked her to show me a picture of the guy who was in his 40s or 50s, probably a 4 out of 10, not good looking at all. She said, I'm really upset. It's not fair. He was not so loyal or serious man, but at least he wanted to have kids. But you are a really good guy, like I want, but you don't want kids. It's not fair, she said. And then, finally, I get the answer to why she had me come to the vow, knowing I don't want kids. Quote, because I was hoping I could just feel maybe I'll be happy with only relationship to you and no children, so I wanted to just meet you anyways, end quote. Then she had to leave to go to a doctor's appointment because she was getting tested to see if the reason she couldn't get pregnant had to do with him or her. But for the rest of the evening, she continued to blow my phone up, begging for the pictures we took together. She texted good night. The next day, radio silence. Have not heard from her since, which hasn't happened since we first met online. Crazy. Girl number 4, 24 years old, massive tits. She asked me where to meet. I suggested Rojas Night Market since it was late. She goes, ha 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 ha, I don't go to Rojas Night Market, end quote. What a stuck-up bitch, which didn't think was possible in a place like this. I told her to suggest some place quiet that we can talk. Then she gave me an address. I went there and of course, it was a blaring loud EDM nightclub. Almost didn't go in, but I was curious about the scene was like anyway, so I went up for and paid 350 peso entry fee. Her and her friend are all done up, sitting at a bar, typical club hoes with average faces and tits hanging out. Not the type of girl I would even want to be seen in public with, but I'm sure most guys go Google-eyed for. It just became an experiment for me at this point. I was teasing them and just having fun. Her friend started some crazy drama with me and told me date that I asked her friend's number while she was in the bathroom. I didn't. Crazy. After about 30 minutes, I couldn't wait to get out of there. I asked her if she was free to hang out after the club tonight. Quote, oh no, I have to bring my friend home, blah blah blah. Wait a check please, and off I went. It's now 2:30 a.m. the next day, and just texted me half-naked video of her dancing in lingerie, saying she's at a hotel by herself. So I asked, do you want me to make love now? She responded, no, ha 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 ha. Crazy. In-person approaches. Number 5, 20-year-old says, I have a boyfriend. Number 6, 24-year-old says, I have a boyfriend. Number 7, 20-year-old, super cute college student sitting in McDonald's eating. I went and said hello. She was friendly and took the compliment well, but said she had a 2-year-old boyfriend. Since she was chill, I asked her some advice, and she said, don't bother with the dating apps, just go meet some random girls. If only she knew how poorly that usually goes. I asked her to look at my dating profile and see if she thought it was good or not. She said, wow, your pictures are amazing. If anything, they might be intimidated or think you're not real. At this point, I saw a hottie walk by outside and I said, thank you, and I went to chat with her. Number 8, 20-year-old, hot, stylish college girl in Caisano Mall, walking with her girlfriend. She had a decent little convo. I said, we should get coffee sometime. She said to add her on Instagram. I did. She never added back. Number 9, 2 girls walking in Rojas Night Market, starting to stare at me like crazy, keep looking back and whispering. Not too hot, nothing special. I wasn't even going to approach, but decided to go for it only since they made it so obvious. But turned out to be one of the most awkward approaches ever. They just kept walking as I introduced myself, looked at me like I was crazy or dangerous or something, and ran off. There are 8 more approaches which I will read tomorrow. Let's stop here. This man is looking for love in all the wrong places. If he is actually that handsome, that young, and that confident, why is he in the Philippines? I do not understand. Which man leaves their home country having that kind of accolades and tries to find a woman in the Philippines? It makes no sense. Women here are just to play with. None of them are serious. They all have kids. That's why they don't take you seriously, because they have no interest in actually having a relationship. They see you as a walking ATM. Why would a woman have a relationship with a money machine? It makes no sense. If they have a relationship, it means they have to put in effort and commit and actually try to love you. They have no intentions of that because majority of them have boyfriends, local boyfriends, husbands, and have their minds somewhere else. Believe me when I tell you, there is no woman online that's looking for true love that doesn't have some kind of baggage. Those women have already been taken. Any adult woman in the Philippines is already spoken for if they are proper. And if they're so proper that you would want them, believe me, they do not want you. Most Filipino women do not care for foreigners, the proper ones. The ones that want you are the ones that want your money. So, if you are okay with that, by all means, do what every other man wants to do, just pays for play. Not like this man. He's looking, it's like, imagine going to a strip club and trying to find your wife. It makes no sense at all. It's the same concept. The Philippines is a huge whorehouse. Think of it that way. All the women that you interact with are exactly the same. Maybe one of you got lucky a decade ago. Maybe one of you will get lucky a month from now through associates or meeting through acquaintances or actually developing something natural, organic, and not strictly regarding relationship and dating right off the bat. Sometimes if you're young enough and you go to school, or if you're somehow doing volunteering or working or immerse yourself into Filipino culture where someone gets to know you as a person and true love develops that way, perhaps that's possible. But believe me when I tell you, online is all garbage. 99.9999, I can go on forever, percent. I will not say 100 because I do not believe anything in this world is 100. But believe me when I tell you, you are completely wasting your time trying to look for real relationship in the Philippines if you are over or under, I should say, the age, any age, it does not matter because they do not care for foreigners. Real relationships do not exist, in my opinion. Prove me wrong. Whatever you tell me, I guarantee you either the person you're with has already had children, they're already married, they're too old or too ugly or too fat or something. The woman that you're looking for true love, the woman of your dreams is not a Filipina. And let's admit it, most of us are past our prime. We will never get that back. So we have to ask ourselves, what do we really want? Do we want to support a good girl that's a 5 out of 10 maybe, that has a kid that's already grown? Am I okay with that to at least find genuine connection for someone to take care of me in my older years? Then that's fine. If you're a young person, okay, do I trust this girl? Will I be with her forever? Will I be here long enough in the country? How will you live and survive in the Philippines? You cannot work here. As a young person, you need money. You don't have money. There are too many complications to get into in this video. Join me tomorrow for part 2 as you follow this man's adventures of seeking true love. Don't be lazy. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the super thing, super sticker, super whatever. Send me money instead of these other whoring women. I am joking. But at least hit the like button. Thanks for watching. God bless.